Animal Farm by George Orwell is a story about the rebellion of animals on a farm against humans, and how one type of animal on this farm rose to power, which leads to corruption that soon follows. And the story about the animals' rebellion and the corruption of power then shows the theme that life is unfair. Don't expect it to be otherwise. This theme applies to the real world as well, and will apply to this very town that is like the rest of the towns in the real world. And here you'll see why. Here is a man that is no different from your average citizen, and I wonder where he's going to. Looks like the man has arrived at a business trade, and he looks very upset actually, and that's because he got scammed. And life itself is actually a scam. And let me tell you why. And whether it being the internet or in a game, we've all probably seen a scam before. And life is a scam because it takes away many things that every person should experience, such as traveling around the world or just getting a good education. And as you probably already know, not everyone gets to see those opportunities, which basically scams a good life out of you. Now, the second reason why life is unfair is because some unfair actions will and can happen, such as this innocent man getting arrested, and you see it all around the news and the media of innocent arrests and false accusations. No one can really live out a perfect life, and that transitions to the third reason, and that is life will throw many obstacles at you, and life itself won't always be so easy. Some even don't get through those obstacles. Now, going back to Animal Farm, I'll provide 4 specific instances on how this story portrayed the theme of life is unfair. Don't expect it to be otherwise. The first instance is the destruction of the windmill by the humans in the Battle of the Windmill, and I sadly got to experience how the animals felt whenever their hard work and effort gets destroyed. And the quote that goes along with this states that, "Windmill or no windmill," he said, "life would go on as it had always gone on, that is, badly." This quote could be interpreted as having materialistic items will not affect whether your life will turn out to be better. And later on in the story, when the animals have a windmill again, their life conditions didn't even change. Also, this situation could be seen as your hard work and effort could be destroyed and forgotten forever. This shows that life isn't and won't be fair to you. Now, this second instance shows Napoleon handing out rations. However, one sheep got more food than the other. And this quote that goes along with it states,
Throughout the spring and summer, they worked a 60-hour week, and in August, Napoleon announced that there would be work on Sunday afternoons as well. This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have his rations reduced by half.
and in this situation, the quote clearly states that the work was voluntary, but there were still punishments if the animals didn't do it. Now, this ties back to how life is unfair, because in life, there will be consequences that you face, even if you didn't do anything wrong. Such as this boy right here, who probably had his vase broken by the dog, but the dog couldn't speak, so the parents had no one to blame but the kid. Now, the third instance is told in the duration of this quote.
If she herself had had any picture of the future, it had been a society of animals set free from hunger and the whip, all equal, each working according to his capacity, the strong protecting the weak, as she had protected the brood of ducklings with her foreleg on the night of Major's speech. Instead, she did not know why. They had come to a time when no one dared to speak his mind, when fierce, growling dogs roamed everywhere, and when you had to watch your comrades torn to pieces after confessing to shocking crimes.
And this quote refers to the animals that were slaughtered in the massacre led by Napoleon and his dogs. It could be interpreted as how innocent animals confessed to the crimes they did not commit just to end their suffering of Napoleon's leadership. This shows that in people's unfair lives, many factors along with their emotions would bring them to the edge of no return, and how those that witness these situations, like Clover, are infected in return. causing life to be unfair on both ends. Now, the fourth and final instance is stated through this quote that says,
Somehow, it seemed as though the farm had grown richer without making the animals themselves any richer, except, of course, for the pigs and the dogs.
and this quote contributes to the theme by saying that there will be people in your life that will make it unfair and that they will take advantage of you. And let's say you even succeed. Well, you would have had to make sacrifices to get there. And that basically says that no matter where you are, whether you're high or low, life would still be unfair to you in a way. In all, the unfair chances you get, the obstacles you have to endure, the scams you face, the animal farm windmill destruction, animal farm's unfair conditions, the animal slaughter, and the prosper and the corruption of the pigs all show that life is unfair. Don't expect it to be otherwise. The end. Okay. This took a long time to make, and I'm proud of it. I had fun with it, and I just want to say thank you to Maggie for filming this. And yeah, I'm going to go to bed now. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.